What the hell? Okay, that's weird. Damn it. I'm so used to avoiding attacks in other games. I keep forgetting I've got to go through them, not away from them. Because my blink allows me to dodge through shit. Okay, and here's a good idea of how... Okay, this is the regular damage of my pistols. This is the damage of the revolver pistols. Notice the difference? Normal revolvers. They chew through stuff. Unfortunately, they don't have a whole lot of ammo. And unlike pretty much every other gun in this game where you can literally just hold down the button and shoot, revolvers don't always work that way. Well, they do. Technically speaking, you can do that trick with them, where you just hold it and it'll fire, but it doesn't work as good with them. Oh, damn, that was annoying. Okay, but yeah, here's what I was talking about as far as equipment goes. That's pretty much all you can get is the coins, which basically give you different stat buffs from various different protections from because there are two types of protect damages. There's physical and then there's unholy. Physical is stuff like the fireballs and stuff like that. Unholy is more like the dark balls and the red ones. And then it also increases max health, which is very important in this game. Ow, you son of a bitch. But yeah, unlike the other weapons in this game, you actually have to repeatedly press the revolver, the fire button on the revolver to get it to shoot. Whereas with the normal guns and most of the other weapons, all you do is hold down the trigger and bang away. Seeing as if you could do that with the revolvers, they'd be so OP. And I don't care if I got everything this time, I just want to get through it. 62% accuracy, not too shabby. I don't know if I've made it far enough for a map change yet, but yep, I have. Roughly every 3 levels or so, the map changes in design. Oh, shit. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. The loss of protection sucks, but almost double the amount of health is worth it. Ow. Damn tracking enemies. Whoa. Oh shit. I thought that was a wall. Silly me. Aw, damn it. I missed. Ooh, there's something under there. Yeah, I'll switch for now. They aren't as powerful as the other ones, but they can do some serious damage under the right circumstances. One other small bonus to that ability, the comet one, that one, is that that little ring that appears around me upon pulling it off, that can actually repel some of the enemy fire. Oh, really? That's not fair. Waiting at the top is not fair. Haha. I knew they had one there. Oh yeah, that's where. Oh! Oh, hello. Oh, that's not good. I've really lost my touch. I used to be able to go all the way to the first boss without barely getting touched at all. But I haven't been able to do that in a long while. Yay! I got a bunch of damage ones. Defense. If I can, I'll try to make it to the first boss, but probably won't do it since I've got to stop in a little under 20 minutes or so. Ah, not cool. Oh, shit. One of these levels. And for the record, that one guy was not blue because of the effects of my skills. Admittedly, I know my skills do turn the enemies blue because it has slowing. But the enemies that are already all blue, that's a special type of enemy. They're essentially immune to holy damage, which is probably the one of the bigger annoying things that they can have, because holy damage is where basically about, I'd say, 70% of your damage comes from. Basically, anytime the damage numbers that are shown are purple, that's holy damage. Okay, damage buff. How convenient for him to put himself right next to the door. Whew. Yeah, I left some stuff behind. Whew. What level am I on? Oh. Oh. Alright, I'm calling it a night. That's weird. How could you? Let's see here. Level 7. My guess would be you either need to upgrade your equipment or if I don't think you unlock new fighters at that level already. If you had, that would be the key thing to upgrade is just get a new fighter and level it up more, but weapons and other stuff. Unfortunately, the game doesn't actually let you seek out and target someone purposefully. At least I don't think it does. I've never been able to. If I could, I'd actually purposely go up against you. And just purposely get killed and hopefully leave you something good, but unfortunately the game does not really work that way. Well, what you really want to be using, I mean, other people would probably tell you differently, but the one that you want to be using the most, in my opinion, is the collector, even though its stats aren't usually as good as some of the others. Just because the fact of the matter is, it lets you pick up more stuff, and that's sort of what you need to do, because you need to get ingredients and you need to make your gear stronger, essentially. Because that's how you progress in that game. I mean, right now I'm at my own wall. I can't seem to get past level, I think, 36 or 37, somewhere around there, but basically I'm getting stuck. Yeah, eventually it becomes a matter of gear. Basically, it's a tipsy turvy thing. It's either gonna be your gear or the level of your fighter, essentially. Seeing as sometimes you just need to get a stronger fighter, seeing as every so many levels you go up, you eventually unlock new grades of fighter. Like, I think right now my grade is either 3 or 4 star. I forget which, but that's the highest I can make at the moment. But yeah, I can't get past a certain level. And it's really annoying because if I could just get to a certain point, I could do it. But at the moment, I'm kind of stuck because basically to get where I need to go, there's a boss that you got to go through, and it's literally, well, actually, it's a sub boss, but it's the hardest of the 4 sub bosses. It's really freaking annoying to fight because you have to have at least one or two shrooms to protect you while you fight it. It's really, really fucking annoying. But what makes it so annoying is the level above that, the one that I need to get to progress through shit. I can't get to without going through the level with that other sub boss. And once I get to the said level that I'm talking about, there's another sub boss, which is actually, I think, the third or fourth version of the original first level boss. The Cohen or whatever, except, and he's not difficult, any super more difficult than the original one was. I mean, he does have a few new tricks, but the thing is, he hits like a fucking truck. I mean, I have armor that's like, technically speaking, in the 1,000 range as far as defense goes, and he can almost one-shot me. It's ridiculous. Yeah, pretty much. Like a Mack truck. And by the arcade machine, do you mean the stamp machine? Or you're talking about something else. Seeing as if you mean the stamp machines, yeah, I've played those. As far as the arcade machine goes, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. But yeah, the trick to that game is just to grind and build yourself up. Either via weapons and gear or via levels, depending on situation. I will suggest this. I don't know. You probably don't have it yet because I think it's not till at least in the upper 15s or 20s where you get it. But once you get the Camus rifle, I would focus down on powering that up because the machete is weak. It is not strong. It is nothing. But yeah, once you get the Camus rifle, like, focus the shit out of that thing because it's pretty useful in a lot of situations. Though not so much against bosses. As far as actual weaponry goes, I would suggest once you get them, the fire baton and the flail are probably two of the best freaking weapons in the game. Once they're upgraded properly. Seeing as they do a lot of damage. Not a fire wand. Fire wands are crap. I'm talking about the baton. seeing as there's two different ones. There's the fire wand and there's the fire baton. The fire wand is basically a projectile weapon which throws fireballs, which honestly doesn't do a shit ton of damage. I mean, it's good for setting shit on fire, and if you use it right, you can do some damage. But the fire baton is a melee fire weapon that basically has, I think, a 4 or 5 chain hit strike that can do some massive freaking damage if you hit the entire chain. On top of that, it sets things on fire, which is always nice. And once you get it upgraded high enough, you can actually amp its damage, making it even nastier. And the biggest bonus of all on it is it's also happens to be a uh, one-handed weapon, meaning you can equip something else with it. Yeah, fire baton. Oh, one other weapon that you could actually probably already have, since it's one of the early weapons that you can focus on powering up, would be the iron. It may not seem like much, but believe me, once you get it upgraded high enough, that thing becomes vicious. Yep. It also is one-handed, and after it gets to its, I think, third star level, it gets fire damage, and its damage just jumps from to insane. I mean, I think the highest you get it at 1 to 2 star, at its 2 star rating, is like, it gets up to like 200, I think. But when you get it to its first 3 star rank, it jumps to like 500 damage. I mean, it is just, oh, such a fun weapon. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, once you get into the 40 ranges in the rating, most of their bases usually will have someone with good gear, good weapons that can one shot you or couple shot you depending on it. One that's really, really annoying to go up against is the lightning wand. Fun weapon, but just really fucking annoying to have to fight someone with it unless you've got armor and a lot of life that can handle it. Yeah, he probably had the death irons. But irons are very useful weapons. On top of that, once you unlock its... Well, actually, no, you always have its rage move unlocked. Because its rage move is actually pretty useful for blinding enemies, especially like haters or bosses. Sub bosses in particular. I mean, if you take a look at some of my last few videos where I use them, they're pretty nasty. How could you not have the blueprint for the iron? It's one of the early weapons. You might need to go, like, look around on the early floors then if you don't have the blueprint for it, because that's one of the blueprints that you should be getting pretty early on. From the sounds of things, it sounds like you kind of might have rushed the jump to levels to the 7th level of the thing. Because I know it's kind of a pain in the butt to do because it's time consuming, but you basically want to explore all the branching paths and different floors and all that shit on each level, because they usually have different stuff on them. Like each floor, usually I have like 2 or 3 different areas that you can explore or offshoot, so to speak, and they usually each have their own shit in them. By the way, if you want a good floor for, actually, yeah, you're at level 7, so you should be pretty close to Hakadori, I think. Yeah, branching paths. Let's see here. Where is that controller? Ah, there we go. Hold on. Let me boot it up real quick and look at something. Uh, and I'm probably pissing a lot of people other than you off over the fact that my stream is now nothing but black screen. Because I'm not playing a game. Let's see. Okay, wrong controller. There we go. Let's see. Let it die. Yep, it's the hardest game there is. Ugh. Burp. Oh yeah, that's right. That's gonna be really, really loud unless I turn it down. There we go. I wonder. I don't know if I can, but I'm gonna see if I can. I don't know if this will work or not, but we can try. Display capture. No. Okay, that doesn't work, darn. Oh, that's creepy. Nope. Do, do, do. Okay, now let's see. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Do, do, do. Woo. Da, da, da. Anyways, let's see. Okay, so you said level 7. That's, yeah. Still quite a few levels from. Well, actually, no. Yeah. You can get there. If you need a floor uh, for doing the Hunt 50 Haters quest, there's a floor called Hakadori. It's on level 5. And it should. Oh, I might be mispronouncing that. It's basically called. Hold on a second here. And it's essentially really, really good for farming. For farming haters, because there's literally, it's a small floor for one, and for two, there's always one hater on it. So yeah, very easy to farm haters on. Admittedly, there is a better floor for farming haters, in my opinion, but you can't get to there because you're stuck on level 7, which would be Yuki and Dandy and Gosumagami. Yeah, I can see why. But yeah, also one thing of noting for when you are trying to get things from the different floors is with every day of the week, basically with each new day, yeah, there is a lot of poison snails too. Don't remember if there's landmines or not, but there is a number of poison snails. It's one of the floors that has like green walls and everything. Good place for farming haters. But yeah, Uh, let's see here. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. With each passing day, like the floor and what floors you have access to reset. So basically, try checking each day and look for area branching branch off paths that haven't been explored and just go explore them. Essentially, find shit that you haven't found until you've got some good stuff and leveled up some good equipment to take down the enemy. If I could, I'd leave you good equipment, but unfortunately, that's not the way the game works. If I could, I'd send you some good equipment. Well, yeah. There are no infinite weapons. Unless you count, like, getting the dragon shroom and using it with projectile weaponry. And even then, they're not infinite, they still break. Level 20 fists is kind of nice, but it takes forever. Because fists are the slowest to upgrade weapon in the game. I don't know why, but that it just is. It like upgrades at like I think 3 times slower than every other weapon in the game. Magnums aren't too shabby. They can be useful. Especially once you have used it enough to get the trait that lets it pierce enemies. Crossbows aren't really. It seems like a good weapon, but towards the later half, it quickly falls below a bunch of the other single handed projectile weapons. Probably one of the better ones is the pitching machine, which you probably won't have access for a very long time. Seeing as it does a lot more damage, has a lot more ammo, and it has a high chance of stunning targets. Yes, you can, as long as they have the ammo for it. Seeing as on the right side should be the ammo they have left on their display on weapons that are projectile based. On the left side of the slash mark is how much ammo they currently have in them to fire, and then on the right side of the slash is how much ammo they have left to use, so to speak. I mean, you can buy new weapons at the shop once you've made them, yeah. But reloading is basically you hold down the attack button. Well, actually, you don't want to hold down the attack button. What you want to do is, let's see here. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, basically you want to hold down X and then press the attack button. No, when it's down to completely zero, it's empty, it's dead. It's pretty much the only way you can use it is either if you get a dragon shroom and eat that and thus get infinite ammo, or B, you have your rage attack up and you use the rage attack. Honestly, it's best just to sell empty weapons or drop them if you don't have the space to hold on to them. Yeah, pretty much. That's one of the reasons why the costs. So, hold on. Let's see. Death bag, death bag, death bag. Let's see why the Kamas assault rifle is so good. Is because once you get it unlocked in the store, it comes with a bought one. Basically, has like 180 plus 30 ammo. So roughly around 210 ammo. Admittedly, it uses it up pretty fast if you aren't careful on not holding down the trigger, but it does have a lot of ammo. So do nail guns, for that matter. The only weapons that are good even once you use up all their ammo are things like, for example, the iron. Technically, it shoots a projectile and it can run out of that projectile. But once it does, you can still use it as a blunt weapon to beat the shit out of people with. The bat is also decent and pretty worth upgrading, even if it isn't 100% grand from the weapons that you have. Yeah, nail guns are okay, but they aren't like grand. If you want something for high impact damage, the pickaxe is good for leveling up, seeing as eventually you get the ability to use a charge attack with it and it can deal a good amount of damage in one shot if you time it right. For now, that'll do. I mean, in all honest truth, there is no best weapon in my opinion. It's just what you prefer and find it enjoyable to use. Yeah. The only time you can't honestly progress through something level wise is if there's like a sub boss or something that you have to beat to progress. Because usually you can pretty much just keep going up. Anyways, I've got to call it a night because it's almost 2 a.m. So I will catch everyone on the next stream and do my best to have some fun. Huh, that means you're an hour ahead of me. Night. I'll probably be streaming Okami tomorrow in the later part of the evening. And I might do a stream slightly before then during midday if I'm in the mood for it. Probably not, because currently I'm catching up on season 3 of Stranger Things, so yeah, I'm probably gonna finish watching that. Have a good one. I'm out.